everyone, welcome back to my next video. In today's video, we have a real treat. One of my oldest and best friends in the nomad life is going to present today, my friend Brian. And I think you're going to really enjoy the video. Now, I know from past videos that a lot of you are out there wondering, oh, what's going on, Bob? Are you quitting? Are you sick? Are you dying? And my answer to that is no such luck on your part. At any rate, I am not going anywhere. However, I'm older and I would like to do less. And so my goal is to do less and less on the channel. And so I have been thinking about how to do that for years, actually, now. Another question you're probably going to have is why Brian? Well, literally, Brian is one of my oldest and best friends in the nomadic life. I've known Brian for 11 years now, but I know Brian's heart. And Brian's heart is to love and care about people. That will always be the primary thrust of this channel. How can I help the nomad community? How can I help the individual who's suffering and needs hope? This channel is about offering hope. So I think the channel will change. It will be different, but its heart of caring and compassion will always be there. And let me tell you why I'm convinced that's true. When we started Homes on Wheels Alliance 3 years ago, we needed board members. So when I thought about who would be on the board of trustees, Brian was the very first person I thought of, and he is now still on the board. He is the treasurer of the board. He contributes his whole life and heart and soul to helping others through how the heart and soul of CheapRVLiving will not change. Brian's heart is to care and help people, to give hope, to give a way forward. That will never change on CheapRVLiving. In fact, I believe it will be enhanced by Brian being a part. I hope you will welcome him in and see that this is a step forward and not in any way, shape, or form a step backwards or even a step sideways. This is an improvement. We'll find out together. So let's watch the video.
Hello everyone and welcome back to CheapRVLiving. My name is Brian Gifford and today I'm going to show you the day in the life of a campground host, something I've been doing for all 12 years that I've been on the road. Many of us nomads out there, we work from the road to help us afford this wonderful lifestyle. It helps us pay for our everyday expenses as well as the gas that gets us from beautiful place to beautiful place, as you can see back behind me. Wonderful forest and beautiful areas that we're all just so excited to see. And now I will say that of the 12 years I've been working, I've only worked for a concessionaire for the National Forest. And so while my experience is strictly there, I'm guessing there are going to be a lot of similarities to a state park, a national park, some of the private parks and so forth. So, but again, this is just to give you an idea of what a typical day looks like for a campground host. And so with that being said, let's go ahead and get started. Come on along, guys. The first thing I do when I wake up in the morning is I do what I consider my morning rounds. I'll usually walk the campground, registering anyone that maybe came in the day before, that maybe got in late and I didn't get a chance to register them. During those morning rounds, I'll also go check the restrooms. Very important part of the job. Making sure there's toilet paper for the customer. Making sure there's no litter on the ground. There's no, basically the bathrooms are presentable to the customer. After that, I typically will go back to my rig, make breakfast, have a cup of coffee, and read a little bit. All those very important to me. I want to enjoy my job, and I also want to take time for myself. Also in the morning, I might enter in some paperwork for like the registrations that I had the day before. But that's typically what my morning looks like here as a campground host. Now, sometime in the morning, my boss or another employee will come by and they'll deliver the daily arrival reports, or DARs as we like to call them. I'll use that information and I'll write up my guest receipts for the people coming in that day, as well as any reservations that are coming in the following days. I typically like to put up several days worth of reservations just to let other customers know that, hey, this isn't just reserved for tonight, this is reserved for the next 3 nights or whatnot. After that, I'll run around the campground, I'll walk it once again, and then I'll put up those reservations, as well as I'll take note which sites need cleaning. And after I'm done with that, I'll usually just jump right into it and go ahead and go back to those sites and clean those that needed to be cleaned. Now this is a pretty thorough cleaning to give you guys all an example, but what it really comes down to is cleaning as needed. Sometimes you'll need to pick up litter, sometimes you'll need to take care of the fire pits, and other times you'll need to rake the site. But what I find is most helpful is if you tell the customer during the registration process to clean up after themselves and to leave no trace. It really tends to get people thinking in those terms. After I'm done cleaning all those sites, I'll usually go back at that point and then do a thorough cleaning of the restrooms while I'm at it. Now the restrooms, while not the most glorious part of the job, is actually one of the easier tasks that I do. After chatting with people all morning, it's kind of nice to get drawn into a task that is kind of quiet and peaceful. It's almost zen-like. I know, this sounds absurd, but it's true. You take care of the toilet, you wash down the sink and the mirrors, and you replace the toilet paper, then you're pretty much done. Now, once I'm done with those cleaning tasks that I've done in the afternoon, such as the cleaning of the sites and cleaning of the restrooms, I'll typically take a break in the afternoon. I do this because I know that I'm going to be working later on in the evening, checking in customers, chatting with people, maybe selling firewood, so I don't mind taking a break. I may go for a hike, I may go for a bike ride, I may go and run into town and grab some groceries. Or I might just take some time and lay up in my hammock, take a nap, maybe just listen to nature. So again, I just want to kind of prepare myself for the evening, so I don't mind taking a break in the afternoons. Now for my evening rounds, I'll typically go for yet another walk. If you haven't picked up on this already, I go for a lot of walks during the day. But in the early evening, it's the best time to catch the customer. Maybe they have just pulled in for the evening, or maybe they're just done recreating for the day and they're back at camp, maybe making dinner or something like that. And so it's during that time that I do the customer registrations. The main reason we do the registration is that it's a customer contact. We get their information, we go over the rules and regulations with them, and really just answer any questions they may have. And this is where it's a really good idea to be familiar with the area. If you know of some hikes, some points of interest that people can check out, that is very beneficial to the customer. Now during those evening rounds where I'm checking on customers, I'll always stop by the restrooms and just do another quick cleaning of them. So I'll make sure it's stocked with toilet paper, make sure there's no litter on the ground, and just basically make sure it's presentable to the customer. After that, it's back to my rig. After my evening rounds and I've returned to my rig, I'll sometimes do some paperwork if I didn't get to it in the morning. I'll also be available for questions from the customers or possibly firewood, sales, things like that. Otherwise, it's my own time and I'll relax, make dinner, and just do whatever I want to do. Quiet time does start at 10 o'clock, so around 10:15, I typically go outside, take a quick listen to see if there are any noise violations. If so, I put my jacket on, I walk down and I explain to the people that, hey folks, quiet time started at 10 o'clock. You just need to bring down the level a little bit. Your neighbors are trying to sleep. I honestly feel like the best approach to this ahead of time is to be proactive versus reactive. And that is, when you're registering them, you go over the rules and regulations. And I explain to them at 10 o'clock, quiet time begins. And after that, no music, no loud voices, and no generators. It's just being courteous to their neighbors. If you really emphasize that in the check-in process, you typically won't have an issue with it afterward. Hello, how's it going?
Hi!
Welcome to the campground.
Thank you. Boy, this is a beautiful campground. I'm loving it.
It is. It's gorgeous here. So you look oddly familiar. Have I met you before? Were you here last year?
No, never been here before, but I do have a YouTube channel.
Oh, no kidding.
You may have seen it.
Oh, what's the YouTube channel?
CheapRVLiving.
CheapRVLiving.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's good to know. So, I swear you look like you've been here before, though. So,
I wish I had. It's a great place.
Well, it really is. So, so I just need to take down some information.
Okay.
What was your last name?
Wells.
Wells. Okay. Got it. And first name?
Bob.
Okay, very good.
And I don't look old enough, but I do have a PAT card.
Oh, excellent.
I do have a
That's
card.
good. So half off on your registration.
Right.
That's excellent.
I like that.
So, all right, very good. All right, well, that is good for that. I just need to go over a couple quick rules with you. We do have bear in the area, so make sure that you put all of your stuff in the bear box or inside your rig. This is a nice solid rig, so you're fine with that. Quiet time's at 10, so after 10, no loud voices, no music, no generators after 10. And then we do allow campfires at this point, but you do have to make sure you put it out with water before you go to bed or before you leave for the day. So make sure you drown it, stir, drown again. that's pretty much the rules I'd like to go over with people. Well, here's your car pass for your vehicle.
Great.
And Bob, it was very nice meeting you. And yeah, enjoy your stay. If you need anything at all, I'm right up at the camp host spot up there. But if you need anything, let me know. Otherwise, enjoy your stay.
All right, great. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, nice to meet you.
Check out my channel.
And after that, I'm done for the night. Now, this is a typical day at my location. Depending on your employer and your own location, things may look a little different. It's possible that you'll work in, let's say, a kiosk, where you'll check people in from that location, answer questions, and so forth.
Hi, welcome to the campground.
Or you might be at a day use area. You could be doing maintenance. There are other opportunities out there and other options. Now, as you can see from my day, I walk around a lot. I actually love that part of the job because I love walking around, getting a little bit of exercise. Depending on the size of your campground, you might actually be given a golf cart. So that is another option for you. So there you have it, a day in the life of a campground host. Didn't seem too bad, did it? I have to say I've been doing this for 12 years and I absolutely love my job. I love being outdoors, walking around, chatting with people, and I love the flexibility. So, do you think you guys out there would enjoy a job like this? Tell us why or why not in the comments below. Have you out there had a job as a campground host? Did you have a similar experience? Tell us your story. Thank you everyone for tuning in and tagging along with me on my day as a campground host. We hope you enjoyed this video. If so, please subscribe to the channel, smash that thumbs up button, and until next time, journey well, my friends. Hello, how's it going?
Well, hey there. How, you sure? Oh, I better start all over.